Hi, everybody. This is Nancy from the team at Community Homeworks in Kalamazoo. Thank you for tuning in to another story about the people we meet and the impact of our work. Since 2009, Community Homeworks has been working hard to help homeowners stay safely in their homes by providing critical home repairs to income-eligible people. We also offer home maintenance classes and even lend tools so we can cultivate basic skills as we build relationships across neighborhoods. This podcast, called Being Right at Home, will include stories of empowerment, stories of hope, stories of what can happen when people work together. In the words of T.S. Eliot, home is where one starts from. So let's begin. Okay, folks, I am back in the studio after a little break here, and I couldn't be happier because of my guest, and I'm going to introduce her real soon. But before I do that, I'm going to give you another fun fact for the month, and this has to do with snow. And even though we're not experiencing snow on the day of this recording, it's probably time to face the harsh reality that we soon will be. So the fun fact is, according to Discover Kalamazoo, we get here in Kalamazoo an average of 70 inches of snow on an annual basis. That seems like a whole lot right now while I just see the dry pavement, but it means we might want to be getting ready. So a word to the wise for all of us. Anyway, today, though, I am in this cozy, warm studio with Talia Coleman, a true community gem who is not only a wonderful human being, but also a woman who wears a boatload of hats very gracefully, and we're going to get into that right now. So, Talia Coleman, welcome to Being Right at Home.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Grateful for the opportunity to sit and talk with you today. So thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. And I just want to start off with thanking you because you were one of the first persons professionally outside of our organization that I met when I came on board at Community Homeworks. And here's why I say that. I remember driving through downtown and knowing that I wanted to get to know people within the banking and financial institution world. And I passed Mercantile Bank, which is your employer, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And I just decided well, here's the parking lot. I might as well drive in and see what happens. So without an invite, I grabbed some papers and notebooks and I walked right in, and the people there were smiling and happy and directed me right to you at the downtown branch. And you just said, come on over, and we sat down and we had a conversation kind of like this. So anyway, thank you for that.
Absolutely. I remember that day when you came in, and it was very intriguing. I want to say, you know how you hear about an organization, but you don't know much about it. And so as you begin to share what Community Homeworks does and how it helps the community and how long it's been servicing the community, it just really, I was all in. I was all ears and excited to learn and to see how Mercantile could partner with such a great organization. And of course, you know, you go online and look at the website and kind of learn more that way as well. So it was a no-brainer in terms of supporting an organization like Community Homework. So
that is so good to hear. I just love that. And I love the fact that you were open-minded enough and creative enough, and just it was such a good listener that day, and then did your homework to find out, let me learn more. And tell us a little bit about your role at Mercantile.
So I have been with Mercantile for 11 years now. And what I do, I'm a business development banker, and primarily I take care of the customers that we already have, business and personal customers. And then I also focus on bringing in new clientele or new customers to the bank and expanding the brand of Mercantile throughout the footprint of the Kalamazoo area and the surrounding areas. So it's really been a fun adventure to partner with the different organizations in our communities, such as Community Homeworks, and to see how we can form a mutually beneficial partnership, and how we can help the clients you serve, and how the clients you serve can partner with us in whatever capacity that we can assist them with. So we're a big relationship bank.
Mhm.
I should say we're big on relationship banking, and that's been at the core since our founding back in 1997. So we've been around for a while. And so I
Mm.
am glad you stumbled upon us in the
Yeah.
downtown area. We've been in that location since 2020. Previously, we were on the Kalamazoo Mall. So we're still getting the word out that we're here, and we're, in
Mhm.
the downtown space, and in that particular location. So it was meant to be when you came in. So
I feel like that too. I felt like
hmm
for some reason, I just drove into that parking lot, and the rest is kind of our history. But
yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to Mercantile that has been so generous with us, not only financially, but with volunteers and just with just that collaboration and that
hmm
cooperation and that support. So yeah, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
absolutely.
representing
No.
a great financial institution. I also wondered about when you listen to my story about community homeworks and what we do, our critical home repairs, especially, I think I started there. I just felt like you got it. You
hmm
just got it right from the get-go. And I'm wondering, can you share with us why housing resonates so deeply with you? And that,
Absolutely. So it takes me back to my childhood. And I'm born and raised in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So this is my home. And growing up, the first home that I had memory of was the actual home, the first home that my parents purchased. And they were very proud to do so in the South Side neighborhood here in Kalamazoo. And so I remember as kids, you enjoy being home, and the fun and the family and siblings and the love that you have in the home that you're in. And then there was a point, I mean, we had humble beginnings growing up. So a point in time where things started to kind of decline as far as the upkeep of the
mhm,
property and certain
mhm,
things in the home. And so you kind of start noticing that it's not as comfortable to be there, and so we had some workarounds that we had to figure out, even as kids and as a young family. There was a time where our bathroom wasn't working; it was inoperable. So we had to figure out other ways and get creative on how to do life in that condition. And so there
mhm.
were parts of a roof that kind of came in, and so it was almost like part of the house became inaccessible. And so
Okay.
it makes an impact on you, and knowing now what I know about what Community Homeworks does and the clients that they service, had that been something, so this was back in the 90s, had that been something already established and up and running,
Mhm.
I can see my parents definitely benefiting from the services provided with Community Homeworks, and to the point where we could have maybe saved the home. So of course, at some
Mhm.
point, conditions got to where we lost the home, and so
Mm.
it just wasn't a safe place to stay. It wasn't an inhabitable place to remain. So we lost that home, and every now and again, I will drive past that home,
Mm.
and I'll
Uh,
reminisce about
uh,
the good times we had, and then the thought is, oh, what joy and legacy that would have been had that house still been in the family in some capacity,
ah.
generations later. So it really struck me, especially with the critical home repairs, because that, you're keeping people safe in a place, in a space where they come home to after work, and a place where peace should be, and they're able to kind of
Mhm.
relax and settle in. And so being able to offer that peace of mind for homeowners is amazing.
Thank you so much for sharing that because that's exactly what we do is we see families like yours week in and week out and are knowing like you said that
hmm
place and that space and that area that's so filled with so much goodness. We just want to make it safe
hmm
and so that that displacement does not happen and it's sustainable housing. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so thank you. And it does speak to why you understand our role so much. So
hmm
yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. But then life went on obviously for you and you are where you are now
hmm
and in your role with Mercantile, Do you see similar situations with homeowners, or what are you hearing from the homeowners out there?
So, in today's time that we're living in, there is the joy of becoming a homeowner,
Mm-hmm.
which that's kudos, right? That's the dream that people
Huge.
really, really huge. People live for those moments to be able to become home ownership and all that that comes with later down the line. But then the other thought is once you're in the home, sometimes that the feeling of, well, what do I do if something goes wrong or something breaks down or a repair is needed? Because when you're in an apartment or things of that nature, you have a landlord or you have a tenant or a place that you call and they do the
Mm-hmm.
repairs and you don't really have to worry about that. But when you take on the ownership of that, it can be a little bit unsettling if you don't know what to do or if you're not armed with the resources
Mm-hmm.
to maybe it's something small that you can tackle yourself or maybe you don't even know
Mm-hmm.
that you can be empowered to, fix a toilet or,
Mm-hmm.
um, you
Mm-hmm.
know, repair something on a window or something that you never thought that, hey, I could do this. Or if
Mm-hmm.
I just have the right information or knowledge that this is something I can do. So that is something that I have seen from customers. And then once again, you kind of get into if you let things go undone or unfixed or unrepaired for a long time, it could be a situation where the home is no longer able to be occupied and
Mm-hmm.
that's a
Mm-hmm.
snowball in itself. So yeah, being able to be empowered and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that there's resources available to you that can help you tackle some of those small tasks. I think that is super important for the community to be aware of
Oh,
as new homeowners.
I love the fact you use that word empower because that's
Mhm.
so important to us. It's
Yeah.
that it's not us knowing so much and doing
Mhm.
things for people. It's more about working together with these homeowners and with the homeowners that we're fortunate enough to meet and to see the excitement as they become empowered,
Mhm.
knowing that they're building their generational wealth. They're yeah, it's just a lot
Mhm.
of it's so satisfying for all of us. But based on that empowerment theme, I know that you, and I want you to talk to this because I wasn't
Mhm.
in these classes with you, but you attended some of our free homeowner hands on classes. Is that correct?
Absolutely, that is exactly correct.
Ah,
It was a joy to be able to do that. I consider myself a DIY girl.
uh huh.
Although my husband would say I have not seen what you can do yet, but I say that's okay because you just wait and see. There's an ability in me that I know that I can do certain tasks when it comes to hands-on things. So I actually had the honor of attending one of the lunch and learns,
Oh,
and this was the electrical panel covering the electrical system.
oh,
And that was we have an outlet that one of the prongs works and the other one doesn't. So I'm like, oh, let me see if I can get some information from the class,
uh
which I
huh.
attended, and was able to talk to the instructor. Very knowledgeable teachers that you all have. So kudos there. But that was just one of the sessions that I attended as far as classes. And then the other, it was a native plant. So
Mm,
I'm not a gardener. It's in my mind. Once again, it's in my mind, but I know if I have the information that I can get started with something small or being able to know what plants to plant and what to plant next to each other. So that was fun attending that one. I came home with booklets and instructions and informational pieces that I could use at home and like when I
oh,
get going. So that was really, I love the handouts that you walk away with because you walk away not only having what you the information you learned in class, but you have takeaways
yeah.
that you can look at and reference outside of the class for additional information. So that was really, really good. And then the other one I did, as you can see, I'm a fan of the classes. So I love learning. I'm a student of life. I just love learning. And the windows. So they taught about
Oh,
how to change out the glass in different windows and different types of windows and how to get it reassembled and the safe way to do that. So it was very hands-on. It
oh,
was very hands-on. They let us get right in there. And we took turns and I got in there. And so you have a sense of pride in when it comes to achieving something that you didn't think you could do or something that you wouldn't have had an opportunity to experience had you been in a setting that offered these type of classes for you to You can see it, you can touch it, you can work on it, you can ask questions and just increase your level of understanding. And that's where the empowerment piece comes in. So it was wonderful. I
That
can't wait to attend more classes.
Oh, good, good, good. And that, yeah, that empowerment and that just that self-confidence that,
Hmm.
oh, I didn't know I could do that. And the
Absolutely.
cool thing is sometimes they're either on our YouTube videos, some of
Hmm.
these classes that have been recorded, and or we repeat them periodically, some of the more popular ones.
Hmm.
So if somebody needed remedial lesson to, "Oh,
Yeah.
how did he do that, or what did he say?" They can just come on back, and they're free and they're open to anybody. So,
I've
you
definitely been spreading the word.
have you?
Absolutely. And I intend to help or bring someone with me at one of the sessions, if I can. But I'm definitely sharing the word when I hear someone talking about certain things. I'm like, did you know? And I'm sending them to the website, and I've even sent them to check out the previous recorded YouTube videos of the
Uh-huh.
classes. So, oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
I'm I'm really big on that. So
oh, good. And
yeah,
they're fun.
they
Aren't they
are.
fun? They're
They
just
really
fun.
are.
They're just, you just meet a lot of cool people that are kind of in the same boat we all are,
Oh
just
yeah.
learners, just trying to
Yep.
figure it all out. So, but one of the things I wanted to bring up because of that, because of
Hmm.
your interest in the classes is did you know we opened our tool library?
So I heard that it's up and running,
Mm-hmm.
and I was around when the conversation first started, and I heard the number of tours grow over time. So when I would hear about it, it would go from maybe 200 to 500 to 600.
Yep.
And so I know it's still growing
Mm-hmm.
with the tools that are being added to the tool library. I haven't visited the tool library yet,
Okay.
but I definitely plan to stop by to, I know there's an enrollment or application to kind of get
Mm-hmm.
signed up to be
Mm-hmm.
in a member to be able to borrow tools. So definitely look forward to when I actually have a project that I want to do and I focus on one, being able to stop down and to reserve tools for the project. So yes,
Yeah.
the tool library was, I think, is a game changer. I haven't heard of a resource like this. I think it's very
Yeah.
unique.
And it makes sense because
Hmm.
if we're teaching things, but people don't have the tools to implement them once they get home,
Hmm.
it makes no sense. And we're also with whether it's a small business owner or another nonprofit, as they need tools, we
Hmm.
don't all need the same tools in our storage units or our
Right.
garages or our basements. So why not be ecologically
Hmm.
prudent? And why don't we? And we're building community because when people
Exactly.
come in, it's so cool. Our tool librarians will not only loan them, but then help you figure out, well, what do I do with this carpet cleaner once I get home with it? Or,
Hmm.
so there's all kinds of benefits to what we're doing. And it just is kind of rounding out just that whole empowerment piece. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So once you do that and take out a couple
hmm,
tools, let me know. It'll be fun
I
to
sure will.
yeah,
Yeah.
swap stories of what
Hmm.
we're working on at home. And one
Yeah.
of these days you'll come home with a back seat full of tools, and your husband will say, "Oh, she's
She's serious.
she's she,
Yeah.
she's got it. She's got it."
Mm.
Oh, but you've been a gem too, just in supporting us again, encouraging grants that have helped us with our
Mhm.
Safe Start program, which is our program that where we can focus on young families with children, and that financial support
Mhm.
from Mercantile has been huge for us. It's a near and dear to our heart,
Mhm.
that part of our programming. You also something more on a lighter emotional setting. You've
Mhm.
you've taken part in our gingerbread house contest.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
So can you tell us just a little bit? I'll never forget that too, because you said, "Yeah, I'll build a gingerbread house for your contest," and then about 3 weeks later said, "I have no idea how to build a gingerbread." And I said,
Yeah.
And I'm no help, Talia. I'm so sorry. I'm no help.
No, I remember that. So the creative side of me, I'm like, oh yeah, that should be fun. And I remember when the information was coming, when you were sharing, the details and what would be involved with building it and maybe the time needed. And so initially, I would have liked it to be, or I desired it to be a team building for our office downtown. But the timing of it, I was getting ready to go on vacation, and I didn't want to just dump that on them, like the material, and just say, "Hey, do this," and I'm off. I'm no hands
Mhm.
on. So I just took it upon myself due to the timing of everything, and I said, "I'll just do it. I'll have time. I'm on vacation." So I worked on it pretty much every day, bit by bit, on my vacation. But it was a creative outlet, and then knowing that it would be displayed, and there would be the voting on it, and just putting your heart and soul, if you will, into something that was part of something bigger, which is the fundraising for that, and just getting
Right.
people downtown Kalamazoo
Just, yeah,
exactly to
bring
to see
people.
that the different displays. So it was a twofold. It was very much a creative outlet. I was very proud of, and I had the kids helping, and
Yeah.
so
So it was a family
it
affair,
was a
kind of.
family affair. It was a family
Uh,
affair, and we left that on display literally a whole year.
oh, you
I
did?
we did. We kind of
Oh.
preserved it and left it. I didn't want to toss it. I'm like, it was a lot of hard work, and it was just fun to see,
Yeah.
and then remind me of the partnership and the involvement with community homework. So it was just a whole thing, and so
Oh,
yeah, but that was a lot
that
of fun to do.
and I remember going down with the judges that year
Hmm.
and running into this many, but
Hmm.
running into the one you made
Hmm.
and looking and not knowing it was, and I says, "Oh, that's so cute. Who made that?" And then I said, "Oh my gosh, Talia made that." So well done, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking part. But and I can
Hmm.
that's so cool though that you kept it around for with
Yeah.
the family. So that's
Yeah.
wow, wow.
Hmm.
And then finally, I just want to bring up that you helped us recently this year with our campaign cabinet, which
Hmm.
is a yearly. We ask people to come on board for a finite amount of time just to become our community ambassadors, really.
Yeah.
And you more than willing did that.
Hmm.
And as I understand it, you are now being interviewed and looked at as a potential board member. So I am so excited about that. So,
Yes, I am too. It was an honor to be a part of the cabinet campaign when the invitation came my way, and I was thinking, what better way to even learn more about the organization and really be a part of spreading the word and being an advocate for the work that is done, which is such, I mean, irreplaceable work that Community Homeworks is doing. So it was a no-brainer for me on that, and yeah, I'm looking forward to future involvement in different capacities. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds for that.
yes, keeping my
So
fingers
yeah,
crossed. I have no doubt you would just be just an asset to our already wonderful board. So we'll
yeah,
stay tuned for that one.
of
But
course.
anyway,
Yeah.
but on that note, I think we can wind up for today. But I just again want to thank you. Thank you for that initial interest that just allowed me to tell our story. And from there, you're getting the word out and supporting us. And to Mercantile Bank for all the support that we're receiving. So it's helping
Absolutely.
our entire community grow. So
And
thank
that's
you.
what we at Mercantile, we're all about, supporting our local community and investing in programs that are helping those that are in most need.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's an honor to be able to serve and be an advocate from the banking standpoint to the organizations that we serve in the community. So glad
Oh,
to be here.
oh,
Yeah.
well, you just take care, and I'm sure we'll be talking very soon.
Absolutely, Nancy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yep.
Bye bye,
Bye.
Talia. Well, that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Between now and next month, we will continue to be in our community, making a difference. But before signing off, I want to ask for your help. Please consider supporting us with a donation of any size. You can easily do this by visiting our website, communityhomeworks.org. Your help will allow us to empower more families as we build a stronger community, one home at a time. So until next month, please take care of yourself and each other. From our team to you, bye bye for now.